One night, I found myself lying in bed, crowded with all the thoughts that has been lingering in my mind for months. Problems on problems that I could not overcome, slowly sucking the life out of me. As I tucked myself in bed and covering my face with a pillow because of all the frustrations, I could not help but think about how good would it be to be a child again. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm pretty young and far from being called old or even an actual adult. But because of all the problems that I was having, I started to look back on those moments where all we cared about were the simple things. Do you remember that? Those moments where it didn't matter what the situation was, because as a child, we find joy in everything. Yes, we easily cry, but we can also easily turn that into bursts of laughter. We appreciated the little things, from dirt to stones and even puddles. Our mind can turn those things into a wonderful adventure, leaving our parents angry after we're all soaked in sweat, smeared with dirt on our faces, and some scratches on our elbows and knees. You could say that it's part of the experience. But that's just it. It didn't matter. What mattered is that we were having fun. How good would it be to be a child again? I even remembered watching a video recently on TikTok of a guy doing a story time on his car. I'm used to seeing this guy on my For You page, and although this was just another one of his usual content, this one is probably my favorite. In his story, he said that he could not understand how special the child human brain truly is before it grows up. He continued by saying that he was talking to his best friend's nephew, and the child goes, it's really good that they moved into this new house. And the guy replied, yeah, financially it was the best for them. And he started talking about taxes, bills to this kid. And the kid replied, no, it's the ceilings. They're shorter than they used to be. And the guy was like, well, yeah, but they're just the ceilings, And the kid goes, no, because now if I bring a balloon inside and let go of it, I can just grab it and bring it back down. And the guy goes, you're right. You're right, if you bring a balloon inside and let go of it in a higher ceiling house, you might not be able to bring it back down. And the guy started crying because he realized that he doesn't see the world that way anymore. We don't see the world that way anymore because we have more other things, more important things to do. It's just not special to us anymore. It's quite sad, but it made me think that how good would it be to be a child again? But that's just it. It's good to think about those days and reminisce, but do we really want to live our lives forever as a child and not grow? You see, while I was drowning in my thoughts that night, God placed something in my heart that made me realize something that brought a smile to my face. God showed me that yes, it's good to think about those days, but it's not good to stay that way and neglect growth. Because of what God showed me, I wanted to mature, develop myself, learn new things, interact with people, become a much better version of myself that can handle responsibilities, maintain relationships, even if it means getting hurt, even if it means passing through the storm of maturing and growing up and all the weight that comes with it. Yes, it's quite frustrating, but one thing is for sure. God showed me that regardless of how hard or how bad my current situation is, the version of myself after all of this is finished is a much better person. For some reason, at that moment, I didn't have any doubts whether or not I can actually surpass those problems. Because I know God is with me. And if God allowed me to face the storms, He will sustain me through all the winds, the waves, and the strong rains that would hit me. And this much better version of myself, gave me something to anticipate about in the future. And that in itself is a gift from God. As Isaiah chapter 43 verse 2 says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze." Knowing that God is with us is our safety net as we grow and live our lives. Remembering our beautiful childhood memories gives us a smile on our faces. But let us not forget about the whole life that is ahead of us. And it takes courage and faith to get through it. How good would it be to live and grow?